Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
Hey guys, Jacob here. It is currently the 2nd of June 2020, and this is going to be this week's vendor reset. As usual, we're going to be starting at the base of ops and working our way to New York City. First off, this guy is selling an MP5 Navy with SMG damage, crit chance, and health damage and outsider. Officer's M9A1 with reformation. Vendor's chest piece with gunslinger, weapon handling, crit damage, and weapon damage. This one's actually very low, but I would pick up the gunslinger talent and roll it onto another chest piece if you have it, or just add to your stat library. Next is going to be the carbon fiber frame for the drone, which is the 6.3 scan range. SHD CPU for the skill ace for the turret, and that's going to be about it for the front desk. Next up is going to be the clan vendor. If you guys are not in the clan, last time I checked, you will not be able to access this vendor. So if you want to have access to it, then I highly recommend hopping into a clan or making one with your friends so you can hop in here, go through here to access this vendor and buy some stuff from them. This week he's selling the artist tool with perfect rifleman. This one's actually not too bad, but it's not great. You can always roll the stability something a little bit higher, but if you do not have one, then I'd highly recommend picking this up. Next is going to be Negotiator's chest piece with 8.6 weapon damage, 15,000 health, and an empty offensive mod slot. Ongoing directive knee pads with explosive resistance and weapon damage. Hardwire knee pads with crit damage and 1 skill tier. Military P416 with assault rifle damage, health damage, and stability with strained. And these ones are pretty much almost right at the minimum roll for being somewhat decent. You can always change the health damage to something else, and you can make this gun work if you're new to the game and you just need something to start with. M700 Tactical Strained, headshot damage, marksman rifle damage, stability. M700 Carbine with Ranger, with damage targets off cover, headshot damage, and marksman rifle damage. Fender's knee pads with 12.7 weapon damage, skill haste, and stats effect. MT49 pair with max damage to targets out of cover. So if you guys are looking for a max roll on LMGs for damage targets out of cover, I'd highly recommend picking this up and then adding it to your loot, loot library, so that way you can roll this onto another gun. Heal knee pads with weapon handling, headshot damage, and armor. Murakami Industries with weapon handling, hazard protection, skill tier. Offense system dexterity with crit chance, and terminal ballistics for the extra bombs for the drone. Dielectric elastometers for the deflect damage, and the slip fit tube for the heal for the chem launcher. Also a reminder too, if you guys are not aware, obviously in the next update, some things will be nerfed, some things will be buffed. A good example that the skilled repair skill on Murakami is going to be 30% instead of 15. So just keep an eye out for some of the changes that are coming to the next update. Overall, that's me about it for the first two front desk vendors at the base of ops. Alright guys, next up is going to be the theater settlement. This week he's selling a SIG 716 with breadbasket, reload speed, crit damage, and rifle damage. Providence knee pads with crit damage, health, and weapon damage. RDX pellet payload for 3.7 damage for the seeker mine. And more dielectric for the deflector damage for the shield. And that's going to be about it for the theater settlement. Alright guys, next up is going to be the campus settlement. This week she's selling a Richter and Kaiser mask with 1 skill tier, crit damage, and armor regeneration. Swarm control for the Firefly, or my bad, for the Hive, 3.5 duration. And the distributed, I can't even pronounce that. It's basically the charge speed for the Pulse. But overall, that's going to be about it for the campus settlement. Alright guys, next up is going to be the Dark Zones, which this is DZ West. And just a reminder, if you guys are new or don't know how to buy things from these vendors, you'll actually have to find a resource from deconstructing gear in the Dark Zone and extracting it, or opening little tiny resource boxes in there that are scattered all over the area. This week he's selling True Patriot gloves with armor and armor generation, hardwire knee pads which have skill tier and armor generation, heal knee pads with low armor, which is 84,000, skill haste and headshot damage, defense system mending mod for disrupt resistance, and the tungsten compound for the damage for the Firefly. Overall, that's going to be about it for DZ West. Next up is going to be DZ South. This week, she's selling a Tempest Sphere backpack with weapon damage and skill damage, hardwire chest piece with hazard protection, empty utility mod slot, a Siska backpack with leadership, with 2 yellows, which is skill haste, repair skill, and weapon damage for the core attribute. Sokolov chest piece with spotter, empty offensive mod slot, stats effect, armor regeneration, and weapon damage. And SHG CPU for the duration for the turret. And overall, that's going to be about it for DC South. Alright guys, the final stop is going to be DC East, which is going to be the last Dark Zone on the list. This week, she is selling a Paratrooper SVD with steady hand, crit chance, headshot damage, marksman rifle damage, hard-wired mask with skill tier and stats effects, Negotiator's Dilemma with armor generation and weapon damage, Fender's Mask with weapon damage, skill damage, and headshot damage, Group of Sombra, which is weapon damage, armor generation, and health, Backpack Battery for the duration for the Hive, Exploded Blueprint for the Pulse, and that's going to be about it for the Dark Zones. Alright guys, next up is going to be New York City. Alright guys, this is going to be the final stop on the list, and this is going to be New York. This week he's selling a Super 90 shotgun with vindictive damaged armor, reload speed, and shotgun damage, PX4 Storm Type T with breadbasket, optimal range, and pistol damage, Fender's chest piece with hazard protection, crit chance, and weapon damage with Vanguard, Murakami Industry with pair skill, skill haste, and skill tier, Defense System Dexterity for headshot damage, Freedom Package for the extra bombs for the drone, and the improved Sticky Launcher blast radius. And finally, this is going to be the last vendor in New York City, which if you guys take a right around here, and then go straight, you will see Captain Bonita is right here at a desk. He's selling a military RPK with preservation, crit damage, damage strikes that cover, and LMG damage. 93R with eyeless, optimal range, and pistol damage. Richter and Kaiser holster with stats effects and hazard protection. And the phosphorus ingredient for the health for the Seeker Mine. Overall, that's about it this week, guys. A few things you guys could buy if you really need them. But overall, not much that's really worth picking up. And hopefully in the next update, some of these vendors will be selling a little bit better loot. But that's about it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more Division 2 content, and I'll catch you guys all later.